Replacing water slide decals. I must admit it's not my favorite job, but someone's got to do it. Now, you have to slide it from the backing paper very carefully. And then we can move on to the Desmo part. Now the big advantage over vinyl decals is of course that you can move them around while they're still wet. The big disadvantage is that the placement, they're wafer thin, so they tend to break very easily. So you have to be quite careful with doing that. So there we go. So we're nearly done with this restoration build of a very special 750 Super Sport. So, and now the finishing touch, the Back to Classics racing sticker. Another bike finished here at Back to Classics, and this 750 Super Sport replica is ready for the racetrack where we will be heading in this video. And we also got this one ready for the track, and this one you already know because this TT2 was featured on a previous episode here at the Back to Classics YouTube channel. Here we are at Spa Francorchamps, holy ground. You see behind me, that's Eau Rouge corner heading into Radillon. And we're now going to our pit box where our bikes, the two bikes that we have featured here, are parked, and we'll be heading onto the track soon. So the circuit of Spa Francorchamps in the Belgian Ardennes. It's a 7 kilometer and a bit length. It has been in use since 1925, and it has been hosting, of course, many Grand Prix events, endurance events, and many history was made here in racing, both in with cars and motorcycles throughout the years. Since a few years, the Bikers Classics event is held here every year, and that is all focused around the classic motorcycles dating back to the 1950s and 60s. Although today, most of the bikes that you see here are from around the era of 1960s and onwards. Mostly 70s and 80s, I would say. So I hope you guys can hear me because there's a lot of noise coming from the track. Obviously, this is a racetrack, but we have this 750 Super Sport with us. Built this bike from the ground up, completely to customer specifications, of which we'll go over in a minute. But the idea here is to have built a 750 Super Sport with the idea to take it to the track like today. So we have to make a number of upgrades to the bike to make it lighter, to make it more suitable for track day use, while also remaining a license, and it still has all the functions you would expect from a road bike. So that's all incorporated there as well. So basically the engine is a standard 750 Super Sport Desmo engine with 750 Super Sport heads with slightly larger valves we fitted inside to give it a little bit more tune. 40mm Delotto carburetors as the standard, of course, but the frame and the chassis were most of the changes that we made. For instance, we made this frame from chrome moly and we TIG welded everything, so this is a specific custom order frame in order to make it a little lighter than the original, and we saved about 4 or 5 kilograms of the frame alone. Then there are a set of Campagnolo rims fitted to this bike, both to make it a little lighter than the standard Boranis, but also to be able to fit more suitable racing tires to these slightly wider rims. That's another upgrade on this bike. Then we made the front suspension a little stiffer. It still is a standard Marzocchi 38mm front fork. And we fitted a set of racing Siriani rear shocks to get a little bit more feel from the back end. So in all, it's a package that will deliver a little bit more power and a little bit more suitable for track day use compared to the standard setup. And of course, it is all finished as original with the correct colors and decals applied. And this bike is now recently finished, and we are here the first time in this outing here on the Spa Francorchamps circuit. So let's in about this beautiful Super Sport. We are here with the Ducati Classic Club here at the Bikers Classics at Spa Francorchamps, and I'm here with
Richard.
Richard.
I'm part of the management of this club since 15 years or so.
Okay.
And having fun.
Having fun, great. And what does it all entail, the Ducati Classic Club?
We found out about 15 years ago that there were quite a few old Ducatis around in Belgium but also elsewhere, and that they were not coming out. That's not good. They're made to run, to drive, to ride. So we decided, let's found a club and see if there's anyone else who's interested in riding these nice bikes. And we found out that there are quite a few, so by now we're about 100 people.
100 members in the Ducati Classic Club, and they're mostly from Flanders, I guess. Also other areas?
Yeah, I think about 80% would be Flemish, then about 10-12% from the French-speaking part. Quite a few Dutchmen as well, and German and an Englishman.
So it's international club?
Yes, yes.
Well, great. I've been a member for many years, and they come to visit our workshop every year, at least once every year. So we'll definitely, well, maybe we can make a video of that at some point in the future. So how can people find the Ducati Classic Club?
Well, there's a website, of course, called the DucatiClassicClub.net. Okay. We're on Facebook. We're also on WhatsApp, so we can be found. It's a Belgian club, so we communicate mostly in Dutch and Flemish, but also in English if need be. And we've got French and German-speaking people here as well. Italian, of course, but that's what you need when you have a Ducati. Huh?
Exactly. So be sure to check that out, DucatiClassic.net.
Yes.
Be sure to check that out and become a member of this great club, and enjoy all the advantages of being a member. So, few time between two sessions, so it's maybe nice to go have a look at the pit lane. See what else is riding around here. So, I see a Norton Manx there already. That's a beautiful bike, really. One of the most successful races ever. That's a beautiful, beautiful 500 Manx featherbed frame. One of the most successful racing bikes of the 1950s and 60s. That one I really much like. It's a Yamaha TZ750. It even has the original brakes fitted. Many of them were converted. One of the two-stroke icons, really. So you have the original brakes It's quite rare. Very nice.
The bike is too fast for the brakes.
Yeah. Bike is too fast for everything.
It is.
Was it this one that Kenny Rogers famously said that they don't pay me enough to ride that thing? Yeah. Yeah.
They call it the beast.
Yeah, the beast. Yeah. But the beautiful bike, absolutely. And I especially like the condition.
Was a lot of work, believe me.
Can imagine. Yeah. Suzuki RG, GXR. Yeah. With a lot of Yoshimura kit. Another beautiful racing bike. We might be focused a little bit on Ducati on our channel, but we might also venture into other brands, because we certainly like them as well. Like this beautiful Suzuki GXR. Some familiar bikes here. Ducati TT2 style 900 Super Sport probably, but some very nice racing features on them. That the green one is a Panta engine, Panta frame. Again with some nice racing features. Doesn't have to be all original, of course, but that must be a nice riding bike. So I see some nice Laverdas here. Let's have a look. Well, I think these guys are heading out for their session, so let's not bother them with questions right now. SFC, and another one, and another one. Again, beautiful. Be sure to like and subscribe to our channel. That helps really a lot. So let's continue our journey here. Some nice triples here. A PSA and a Triumph, which are in fact the same bikes. Beautiful Pitlane here. 500 Grand Prix racing. Very noisy bike, as we saw on the racetrack. But beautiful constructed. 500 parallel twin. This probably has the 8-valve head, as most of them do these days. They used to come with 4-valve heads, but they're a lot quicker than they used to be. And then what else is he? The Bimota KB1, the Kawasaki engine Bimota. And very rare actually, Bimota DB2 with a Ducati engine. You never see these being raced actually, but this is a very nice racing bike with a Ducati 900 Super Sport engine. So beautiful to see that actually on the track. So we're about to wrap things up here at Spa Francorchamps. Had an absolute blast of a weekend. Bikes were performing very, very well. Both the TT2 did very well on the track. No problems whatsoever. So beautiful bike. Going to tune this a little bit further in the coming months. But it's all little details. And be sure to take care of that ugly ref counter that is now still fitted. But that will be sorted later. Then we have the Super Sport, also performing very well. Few things to do on that one as well. Minor oil leak to be found in the front cylinder that came up this afternoon. But apart from that, both were performing very, very well. So it's time for a cold beer now, and then it's time to wrap things up and go back to the workshop where we have a lot of work to do. We thank you very much for watching this episode. Be sure to like and subscribe to our channel so you get notifications whenever we have something new coming up. We thank you very much for watching. Toodle-dokie. See you next time.